जय मातारा, जय भैरव बाबा, जय माँ कामाख्या। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिस्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि। जय. What's going on, Aeons? Here I am, Ramakrishna, episode 5, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 5. Decided to try something new. I'm standing up as opposed to sitting down. Just wanted to continue this challenge that I have going for myself, post a video, at least 5 minutes daily. This is part of my house. My wife, she's in the plants and everything, as you can see, pretty nice. Continuing on from yesterday's discussion on spirituality and finance, the intersection of what's happening right now from where I'm looking at. And I want to tell you a little bit about my personal spiritual journey, what led me to this point, and kind of a little bit more about my life so that you can relate to me. I'm a human being, you know. Sometimes I feel like when we're on these social media platforms, especially X, formerly Twitter, it just kind of, it's very dehumanizing sometimes. Everybody's just behind these profile pictures and, cartoon things and such, which, I get, it's cool and all, but I feel like, it's important to show your face. So that's what I'm doing here. So I wanted to talk about within the concept, spirituality is a very broad subject, but I wanted to talk about detachment specifically today, at least, and the power of detachment. And what I mean by that is, yesterday I was talking a little bit about how we cling on to certain identities, which is an attachment, cling on to people, job titles, different things like that. And that's what causes the suffering, essentially, inside our minds, is this attachment and expectations from those attachments. And what your higher power or your soul is trying to tell you is that you can't get attached to the material world because nothing is permanent. You want a sense of safety within you, so you need to detach. So, detachment also from the expectations of others, what other people will say. I'm just making this video. I can't be thinking, oh my God, what's this guy doing? What's he wearing? X, Y, and Z, like, who cares? Just, you just got to do what you got to do, basically, But yeah, so that's, what is we got? 2. All right. Yeah, we got some time. All right. But yeah, so detachment is very important. Then what should you attach to? What should you follow? Who should be your guide? And this is where the inner guru comes in. All gurus, all gods, all higher powers, higher states of consciousness just point you inward because you know the truth. Right? We're made up of stardust. Like, that's true. We're just part of Mother Earth. We came out of it, and our bodies will return back into it, but our soul will carry forward. Our consciousness is eternal. We're just a tiny baby consciousness, but there's an ever expanding, infinite, all pervasive consciousness as well. So we are all that. We all come from that same consciousness, which is why we are able to feel what we feel, react how we react. But yeah, I hope that's making sense. If not, I'm sorry. I'm just literally talking to my camera. There's no feedback anywhere. But yeah, so that's detachment and attaching yourself to something higher, essentially. And especially this when it comes down to the crypto space and just finance in general and where to put your money and save for the future and that kind of thing. I say it's not financial advice, obviously, but you should be very conscious of your investments and think really deeply about what you're putting your money into and where you're getting, who told you to do that, essentially. Everybody, you've been shilled something, you've been getting things shilled to you your whole life. Older generation telling you to put your money in the stock market, quote unquote. What does that even mean? Then they say, okay, just an index fund, which is just S&P 500. And you look at S&P 500 and it's like the top 10 companies have been doing great and everybody else has been kind of lagging or going downward. And it's just like, bro, this is not going to work out for me. I'm just sorry. I need that rocket ship, and I got to find the people, the smartest people, the most hardworking people who are building that rocket ship to help us take us upward. And blockchain is the means and the technology of how this coordination, this social coordination amongst all these people across the globe, and you can see the work that has been done by all the Aeons, and I'm going to just keep going, by all the Aeons, as far as the project is considered. Just like, for example, the map, the globe, where you put your, I forget who made it, but just you can see all the Aeons throughout the globe, and you can just feel part of something bigger and know that everybody is in it together. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's very cool, honestly. And yeah, it's an exciting time to be here. I think this is probably the most interesting thing you could be doing or working on, and I'm just excited to see where it goes. Like, every day is an adventure. It's just like you don't know what can happen. We could drop by 80-90% any moment. It can happen, but I feel safe knowing that if that does happen, the Aeons will be there to buy that dip, and you can see anytime there's a little bit of a market crash, we don't really drop that much. SPX does not drop that much because people know that this is the coin, this is the movement. We're in it for the long run, because you have to be. You have to be in it for the long run, and you want to see it through. You want to be part of the story. You can You can put yourself into the story. That's what I'm trying. I just feel like going into the cognosphere. This is it. And you do it with you make a video, you do a tweet, you make a meme. But yeah, so that's what I got for today. Hope you like this new format. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.